This is the third video of my Costa Rican Camino coast-to-coast hike done in March 2025 with 10 other people from the US, Canada, and England. This video starts on day 9 as we approach the trail's high point, then begin to trend downward in the days that followed toward the Pacific. The total hike was 175 miles with 22,000 feet of elevation gain over 14 days, starting on the Atlantic coast and ending in Quepos on the Pacific.
Sing along. Go. Crank it up. Come on. I need it. Come on.
You gotta lean on a hand.
It's all you. It's all you. Come on. Come on. Where's the band when you need it?
Roll it. Roll it on the river. The day in Memphis. Nothing gonna change that in New Orleans. But I never saw the good side of the city.
So after karaoke four-wheel drive with Tina Turner as the final act, we are embarking on our 5-mile straight up hike. Everybody is energized. It was so surreal, and now we get serious. Well, we're a mile in. We're starting to get some views of the valley. Got Shannon ahead of me. It's been a stiff climb, but manageable. So Shannon and we crushed it. We're at the top of the sort of the worst part of the climb. What'd you think, Shannon? You own it.
I got all that Kenergy drifting off of you. Just shot up to the top of January Hill.
And I just pulled and drafted off of Shannon the whole way. And so
Now we get to rest.
we get to rest and watch the others come in. And then it's going to be more uphill, like 3 more miles of just sort of up and down and up and down. But I think the worst is over, eh?
It's over. It's just rolling in. Now we're just rolling.
Yeah, and then we've got beers and a cabin and all kinds of amenities awaiting us. So
It's gonna be outstanding.
life is good.
Let's hear it.
So back there, we had 2 ways to go. One was downhill, shorter, easier, no highway hiking. The other way was steeper, longer, highway hiking at the end. And that's the route that we chose to go. Looks like we've got a decent climb left to go to get out of this valley.
Thank you very much.
So we just crested our last dirt hill and we're now on the Pan-American Highway. And look at the traffic. So we've got a very dangerous walk ahead. climbing up the Pan American Highway, and we're heading to the high point where we will begin our descent to the Pacific. I think we've got maybe 12 or 1300 feet of elevation gain today, 3,200 feet of descent today, so we're definitely going to start trending downward. So off we go. So we are at the Continental Divide, high point, trending down, and this is not exactly what I had envisioned, nor did anybody else envision this. No sign, no pristine view down both sides, nice big parking lot, lots of cars. This is hysterical. Done a lot of road walking today, and we finally turned off the road at about mile 4.5 onto a dirt road heading downhill, which is a nice treat to be off that road. Don't have to worry about the cars. So we came off the traditional Camino route to essentially circumnavigate this mountain, and we've been on this sort of dirt road that they scratched out of the side of this hill. But the benefit is that the views have been just spectacular off this side, and we wouldn't have gotten those views otherwise. We're in a completely different kind of sort of environment here, a completely different kind of forest. And the walking is very nice down this hill. There's no cars, very pretty, very gradual downhill. The plants are changing as we descend. The trees are changing. It's certainly getting warmer. We've got another 600 meters to go down. Well, we're into stage 12. I'm at a 12-mile mark. We've got beautiful views of the valley. We're going to continue all the way down to our accommodations for the night, which I understand are in San Marcos. And we'll be in a hotel for one more night. I think cabins one night, and then camping for the last 2 nights. So this should end up somewhere under or around the 14-mile mark that I thought it was. And it was not hot. It was actually nice breezes. The walking was actually very comfortable today, and the terrain certainly was way more downhill than uphill, so it was a relatively easy day for 14 miles, which was good. We could use that. We're going to have a rough few days ahead of us to get to the coast. The not too little village town of San Marcos is our destination point, so we're rapidly dropping down.
Good morning on day 11. We are going to do stage 13 today. It's supposed to be about 10 miles, and we have to go up and over the mountains. So unlike yesterday that was basically up and then really trending downward all day, we're going to be climbing about 2,500 feet. And then we lose about 2,300 feet. So we're going to net gain a couple of hundred feet this morning, or on this day. We're going to La Esperanza from San Marcos, and again it's stage 13. The weather is going to trend warmer, so even though it's nice and cool right now at say 6 in the morning, it's probably going to get into the mid to upper 70s, and then it'll continue to get warmer as we get closer to the coast. So another good day ahead of us. We're going to visit a couple of coffee plantations along the way, so it should be a good day overall.
I have a feeling that may be our path up and over the mountain. Well, I've descended all the way down into the valley, and now there's nowhere to go but up. So we've got our big climb of the day coming up, but I'm ready. It's still reasonably cool, and I think I saw most of the trails/roads over there, and they seem to have switchback or two, so slowly, pole. So even though we have a guide and I'm not paying close attention, it's occurred to me that you'd really need some sort of electronic mapping, because the signage is not nearly enough like it is on the other Caminos. So I'm not sure you could depend strictly on arrows to make all the turns that need to be made, but that's just my impression so far. So it's confirmed we are looking at eucalyptus trees. They're so tall, so straight, the bark is similar, so it's a variety of eucalyptus. We are working our way up a pretty stiff ascent, a couple thousand feet worth, and I think we're maybe roughly halfway up.
Okay, La Cumbre as a brand has approximately 11 years.
En la cuarta generación con Minor
And this is the fourth generation.
y su esposa Nancy Gaitán.
Along with Minor and Nancy.
So I'm walking through a coffee plantation. Hola! And people are picking coffee beans. And it is blazing hot out. And they've got their baskets and many with their kids with them, and pour them into bags and then bring them over to the side of the road. Well, it took the better part of 11 and a half days, but we have lost some of our group. We've managed to stay together reasonably well, but the switchbacks and the different turns today have been kind of easy to get off trail. And we went off trail, actually. I think our lost group may be still on the actual Camino, and we detoured off. We're all back together again, and we've got another stiff hike in the sun called Fertilance Hill, and it is steep in sections. Well, we're at the top of Fertilance Hill. We're in La Esperanza, where we're staying, but we're not at the place that we're staying. Got a nice cold drink from that little tienda over there, and now we're just kind of hanging out to give everybody a break. We have one more coffee plantation stop, and then get to our accommodation for the night. No rain today. It is 2,600 feet of elevation gain, 5 hours, 9.3 miles, and that 5 hours included all of our stops and delays and whatnot.
Where's the ice cream truck?
So let's see what we have left. We've pulled off the trail onto the footpath leading to our encampment, and we're basically on a single track through the jungle. Well, after a bit of a jungle walk, we are coming into our camp outside of Esperanza.
The camp was also part of a working coffee plantation, whose owner gave us a tour of the operation, as well as invited us into their home for delicious homemade pastries and, of course, freshly brewed coffee.